welcome back to my channel. Where's the popcorn? And I already know you probably disliked this video, but please hear me out, and all you have to do is listen for probably 15 minutes. Then if you still hate me, feel free to dislike this video. I'm going to start by asking a very simple question. Who is your favorite assassin? For me, hands down, it's Ezio Auditore da Firenze. And if I had to guess, 80% of you watching will say Ezio as well. If it's not Ezio, then it's probably Bayek, and if not, then you need help, because who else would you pick? Well, I mean, you could pick Altair, but no, he's not the best. Okay, back to the main point. If you did say Ezio or Bayek, sorry, not Altair, why are these your favorite? For me, it's probably because for Ezio, we got 3 games with him, and Ubisoft decided to develop that character and for him to grow on us and take time to really explore all the different backgrounds. For Bayek, it was just because he was an awesome character. He was such a good change of pace from all the other assassins we got, and he was actually one of the few assassins in the entire franchise up to that point to really be interesting, and is still one of the only assassins to be interesting. To see how the assassin order was developed through his point of view was awesome, and really helped us know how this entire order was set up. So that's what I'm proposing, a new game trilogy in the Assassin's Creed franchise that takes the time to develop the character and lets us experience them for more than just one game. So it would go back to the roots of the series and have stealth and corruption be a big part of the game. Now, before I get started, I would like to say a couple of things. Number one, I am not a writer, so this is not nearly as complete as it should be, and most of it probably won't work. And I haven't even thought of a modern day setting and storyline to incorporate in this game. Because of the twist I want to do in the third game, I really don't know how a modern day storyline will take place in this game until that third game. Number two, this video is only going to incorporate the first game in it because I really want to go in depth and explain how this game is going to work. And I already know you don't want to hear me talk for 45 minutes straight. So this is part 1 of 3 for the series that I will do based on this trilogy that I'm proposing. Number 3, this is not going to happen. I know that. This is just what I would like to see from the series that I really enjoy and is one of my favorites to play. I want to be playing like an original Assassin's Creed game, with stealth being a big part and corruption being a big part, with the Assassin-Templar conflict at the forefront. Yeah, Odyssey, you didn't do it for me. On the small chance that this does happen, it will not take place after Valhalla. If this does come out, I do feel like the next game will have to be China. It just makes sense at this point. And if they do watch this video, I'm talking to Ubisoft obviously, this will not be enough time to make this game. They like to do games really quick after one another, and you need time to develop this game. So like at the earliest, if this does come out, it'll be 2025, because I feel they need to have time to work out the bugs and make sure this game is perfect at launch. And finally, number 5, I will not cover Valhalla for a while on this channel, just because I want to see how the game is received, and Odyssey just left a bad taste in my mouth from this series, and I don't want to spend 60-70 bucks on a game that I might not enjoy. So that's why you won't see any Valhalla content on this channel. Okay, with all that out of the way, let me tell you how I would do the next couple of Assassin's Creed games, and what I'm proposing I think would be the peak of Assassin's Creed, even better than the Ezio collection. Now, starting off, you have to go with the setting, and my setting for this game would be the 1920s in Chicago during the Mafia. I feel this setting would be awesome to see and could explore so much as the corruption in the city and what the Assassin-Templar conflict has turned into during the 20th century. And to ensure this game is amazing, I feel that it would be awesome to have each building be enterable or have an interior for all of them. If not all of them, because I know that's a lot to ask for, at least half of them. This would increase the amount of area you can explore, so that way one city could feel ginormous and have the same amount of exploration time as, say, Odyssey or Origins. The plot I have so far about this game would be it focuses on an assassin that infiltrates Al Capone's organization in order to find out which government officials were corrupt and also Templars. This would take the game back to its roots and allow you to go around the city, find out information about a target, and then go take them out. I find corruption a big part of Assassin's Creed and find that it should be explored in any Assassin's Creed game, regardless of the setting. And come on, who doesn't want to be with Al Capone in a video game? Now, with this kind of plot, I do understand that guns would have to be a part of this game, where melee is keen. I have thought of a way to counteract that a bit, though. You could have a pistol and a submachine gun be the only kinds of guns allowed in this game. This would make it so guns were not insanely overpowered in the game, and also it would allow you to really use melee in parts where guns would not be helpful. Also, the only spot to get ammo in this game would be at safe houses located around the city. You have to use currency too, which means yes, there is a currency system going to be taking place in this game, similar to how Assassin's Creed 2 was, where you have to purchase your bullets separately. And these safe houses become smaller and smaller as the game progresses, because cops will start busting Al Capone's mob and start to crumble the entire operation in on itself as the game progresses, leading to the downfall of Al Capone at the end. Also, as safe houses become smaller and less of them are a thing, you have to use your ammo more wiser, allowing you to use strategy in this game, because you won't use ammo for lower level targets, then you'll try to use them for higher level targets, meaning that as the game goes on, melee will become more and more useful. Melee weapons in this game could include knives and short swords, as well as throwing knives, so that melee can still be included in the game and still be important in an Assassin's Creed game. The game goes on for a while like this, you killing corrupt officials and uncovering more and more about the Templar Order in Chicago and how their involvement is in the government. After you think you killed all of the Templars, you realize that Al Capone is also a Templar, and he realizes that all the officials killed are also Templars. So he plants evidence to get him convicted and sent him to Alcatraz for his safety, because he thinks that one of his own crew members is an assassin that is killing Templars from the inside. This would be what Assassin's Creed does best. It would take a small event in history, Al Capone's arrest, and tweak it a bit to better fit this plotline, so he got arrested and he was the mastermind behind it all. Unfortunately for him, the cops bust Al Capone at the same time he's in a meeting with you and others, and before you have a chance to kill him and kill the last member of the Templars, you are also getting arrested and sent to Alcatraz, and that's how the game ends, on a cliffhanger that wants you to play the next one. And before I forget, at the beginning you were sent in with another assassin so you guys could be together, and in that meeting that Al Capone gets busted in, he also gets busted, so you both get sent to Alcatraz. And over the course of this game, you see them grow closer together and become more friendlier together, compared to a relationship that was bitter at the beginning, which would be similar to the first Assassin's Creed, how they built that relationship with, forget his name, whoever was that assassin stronghold guy. Now, I don't want this to sound rude or sexist or whatever, but I do not want there to be a customizable gender in this game because of something that I'm going to explain right now, so don't criticize me yet. It would be cool to have the main character be married and have a child that is growing up at this time without the Assassin Order knowing, so this entire family is secret. This would be a cool dynamic that we haven't seen yet, and would be cool to see how the kids of assassins are raised while their dads are or moms are assassins. Also, there are a couple scenes that I haven't really gone into detail that much, and I'm not going to go into detail here, that would just not work if you could customize the gender completely. So they should, I'm not saying it should be man, I'm not saying it should be a woman, but I'm saying they should pick one, so that way the scenes all flow together and you don't see shifts between the settings. To go back to the family relationship kind of dynamic, it would be cool to see how their jokes and how the relationships are altered during this marriage in secret and during the Assassin Templar War. Like, one of the jokes could be, I hope you aren't teaching our daughter to fight like a Templar, while the other person could say I am, and then they just start laughing. I don't know. This would be kind of a cool dynamic to see how jokes and how dialogue is altered because they're growing up in an Assassin Templar war. I know this story probably sounds super boring and not fun to play, but I wanted a story that is similar to the first couple of Assassin's Creed games, and one that has the Templar Assassin War at the forefront, talking to you Odyssey, which you didn't do, and one that has a similar tone to the original ones. And so yes, stealth will be a big part in this game because you can't just go around assassinating big high level targets. You'll become extremely recognizable then, and people will just come after you. So stealth will be a huge part in this game, and as the game goes on, cops will become more aware, and cops will start to be showing up more and more on the streets, so that would add to more of a social stealth indicator. And yes, social stealth would be in this game, make a return. It is supposed to return in Valhalla. I don't know how they're going to do it in Valhalla, but it will be in this game, and it would be a big part of this game too. And from a business standpoint, people want a game that the character is likable and they can rally behind, and for more than one game. And if you have more than one game with a character, people are going to buy more than one game. That just makes sense. And a cliffhanger at the end of this one would make people want to buy the next one even more, and a twist in the third one would make people want to replay these two more. And I don't know, you could have some kind of discount and sell all three of them together for one price, like the Ezio collection, and you can make even more money off that. Now, I know I've been talking about this twist a lot, and you won't hear about it, the actual twist, for a while, but I already said the twist in this video, and you know the entire twist just by watching this video. So go back, watch this video if you want, try to find that twist, and if you do, comment down below if you find it. I'll be down there looking. I'll tell you if you're correct or not and how close you are at being correct. Okay, I'm done explaining this one because I know I'm not the best writer, and most of you are probably way better than me at writing. So tell me down below what you would like to see from this kind of game, or what would you like to see in the next Assassin's Creed game in general. Give a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe so you don't miss the next 2 parts in this series. Also, tell me what you enjoyed about my idea for this game, and tell me what you didn't enjoy. I'll try to incorporate more of what the community wants in my next idea for the game, and yeah, it would just make the next video even better than this one. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Where's the Popcorn, and as long as we don't get more of what Odyssey was, I will easily be 10 times happier with this franchise. Show no mercy to Odyssey people. Just show no mercy.